I don't know. Where's my? Oh wait, have you just messaged me?
What is that?
Hmm?
Oh, we are live. Are we live? Let me check the channel.
For the same thing, like, are we live, baby? Yes. I see it. Yes.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Erica Vane here with the
I'm looking at my
amazing.
face like, yeah.
I cannot. It's like giving me feedback. Hey y'all, it's Erica here with Nya and Melissa, and we hopped on really quick to talk about clickbait because we've been in our own little personal DMs going back and forth about it after Melissa made us watch this dang on show,
I make no
and
apologies.
Oh
and
my
now
God.
we're here. So before we
I
get
can't forgive you
started,
for it, really.
before we get started, Melissa, can you tell us why you wanted us to watch this dang on show?
So I wanted you guys to watch it because I watched it on my own. I had no one else to talk to about it. And I was like, no, someone else has to go through this with me. Even if it's after me, I need other people to join me on this journey. And also because it was actually really, if you think about it, masterfully done in the sense that you have no idea what's going to happen next. Like you think you have it all figured out every single episode. And until you get to the end, you have no idea. So it's like, I think it was really well done. I think it was worth watching.
Naya, what are your thoughts on the show? Naya just finished. Of the three of us, she just finished, and she was like, "Oh my God."
I just finished. Oh my gosh. So like I heard people talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, okay, let me see. So I was like, I went over to my uncle's house for the weekend, and we were like, let's just watch it. So I think I ended up falling asleep on episode, but I had to rewatch episode 4, and so we watched it separately. And so watched 4, and then the rest of the season. I finished it around like 2 in the morning, and when I tell you I went into a downward spiral, I just felt so bamboozled. And to Melissa's point, it was masterfully done. Like the way that each episode was set up, like you felt like you answered, but then it was like 500 questions. And I truly, truly did not expect the ending to be what it was. And I just, I'm mad about it still, honestly. Like 3-4 days
That's
later.
fair. That's fair.
I don't know. But it's just, yeah. But it was good. It was a good watch, but it was a lot.
I think I was just pissed that I thought I was smarter than. Well, I am smart, period. But I just knew I had it figured out. So when they did the twist at the end, exactly. I was just like, "So y'all calling me dumb?" Like. That's the part that I had the biggest problem with. But basically, it definitely was well done. Even in looking at the breakdown of each of the episodes, like episode 1 is the sister, episode 2 is the detective, episode 3 is the wife, episode 4 is the mistress, episode 5 is the reporter, episode 5 is the brother, and episode 7 the son. Honestly, I look at that because I don't even read like episode synopsis and things like that before I watch. But now I'm just like, yeah, it really was masterfully done. But I agree. Like Woken Geek said that he got bored in the comments. I struggle. I watched the first 3 episodes. And then I was just like, okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it because I didn't care. I didn't care about any of the characters yet. like the sister was trash, a trashy train wreck. The wife didn't care and was just like out here aloof. And the detective, I was just like, oh, well, the sister was supposed to be your hookup, but she ain't because now her brother is this, but I don't care about this either. So they hadn't even hooked me. It wasn't until you said, like, Erica, just keep going. I promise you it's going to be good. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and push through. So once I did get to episode 4 with the crazy mistress, I was like, oh, there is something here. And now I do kind of feel bad for some of these people because this crazy girl is giving me somebody to not like. And I can kind of work with this. The wife was kind of opening up a little bit, and it was her armor a little bit. So yeah, starting off with the pilot episode, Melissa, were you hooked from the beginning?
I wasn't. I won't lie. I wasn't. Like it was like a Sunday. I think I was like, okay, this is like number 2 or number 3 on Netflix. Let's see what it's about. So I watched the first episode and I thought that the sister was a train wreck for sure. But her reaction and the wife's reaction to the signs that he was holding up is really what got me to keep watching. Because I was like, if you're so close to him, how would you not know anything remotely close to what these signs are saying? And so I was like, I need to know more. So I was just like, let me watch this next one. And then I was just like, all right, this ain't making sense. And they're trying to trick me. So I'm just going to keep going.
Nya, which episode was it for you that that's when they had you? Oh, I think she might be frozen.
I'm trying to think because I don't know if it was like a specific episode. I feel like when me and my uncle started watching like the first episode, we were laughing at Pia's ass because she definitely was a train wreck and living La Vida Loca, just out here barely existing. So we were laughing at that. But I don't know. I never felt like, I didn't feel like Pia gave me weird vibes. Like I didn't feel like she was sketch, like a suspect. I just felt like she was just wild. We got to the end of I don't even remember how the end of the episode ended, but I think for us at least, like, okay, let's watch more at the end of episode 1. I'm not gonna lie, because it was just like, okay, because then I feel like the wife was weird in episode 1 too. Like I can't remember, it all runs together at this point, but I feel like the wife was like a little bit weird in episode 1, and I was like, okay, no. So yeah, I think I was pretty much like, let me just go on more than like hooked. Like I was just like, okay, I just want to see what's going on here because this is a little weird.
So. Gotcha. Though as soon as I saw the wife, I was just like, get out. I don't know if I can do this. Because she is that maid from Get Out. And I was just like, oh girl.
For a minute, honestly. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I had to put it together because I was like, she looks familiar and I don't know where she's from.
I definitely think that they made her better as the episodes went on because she was just so like put together. Like that is what it didn't make sense to me. So what were your overall thoughts at the beginning of the series and then towards the end in reference to the wife and how you saw her?
I thought she was up to something. Like I knew she was hiding something. I didn't think she was involved with him being like missing, but I definitely thought she was hiding something because she was just 2 Stepford wives perfect, and like nothing is like just a facade. Like she was just like saying all the right things and like behaving so perfectly, which I think was also tied to her being married to a white man and then the family's white. But I don't know, I just thought she was up to something. I didn't think she was capable of killing him, but I'm like, something ain't right about her.
Yeah, like I agree with you. Was a part of his disappearance or anything. I just felt like she was something. Like it was just like, all right, girl, what's going on? Because there's and I'm black woman character on this show. Girl, please don't be like the rest of these people on this show. But that's I just thought she was hiding something and I just didn't know. I didn't know if she was a part of the kidnapping, complicit. I don't know. I just felt like, okay, girl, you have some information. I don't know what's going on here. So those are my thoughts about her.
I thought it was brilliant how they actually, how when he was holding up the signs, how they actually had the conversation around. It was one thing the first round of signs, and then it was all these other like accusations the next round of signs, and then people automatically like assumed that was actually the case. But then So that became that episode, and then in
Right.
episodes later, you like start to get other evidence. It's just like, what? He really was this? But I remember like when he was holding up the abuser sign, I was just like, these people are dragging him online. Where do we see this? Like, how do we know that this is true? And I remember going on Twitter and watching like people say like, yeah, he did it, and then going to same people like, oh, at the end. So I think that really spoke well to kind of like real life in reference to how we really, I don't know if it's like digital lynching or how we just jump on a bandwagon behind things and don't necessarily have any proof sometimes. It's like really crazy times, and I thought that it was interesting that they chose to like include that there. Did you believe like as soon as he was holding up those signs that yes, that's what he was? Even though they didn't give us any proof or any gave us any examples or anything at that same moment or prior to.
I don't know. I don't think I believed them.
No?
I don't think I believed them. No. I honestly I don't know, because I just feel like I don't know. I don't know why. I didn't think it was true. So I think that's also what intrigued me. I'm like, I don't think this is true. It's like too, I don't know if it's easy that I want to say, or if it was just too like, how would these people know this? And who are these people that no one else knew in his life? And I don't know. I don't think I believe that it was true. So that's, I think, another thing that caught me. And I was like, okay, so if this isn't true, then why are they doing this?
Nah, did you believe it at first?
No. I feel like, I don't know, I've like maybe just watched too many shows in the past. It's the same thing where it's too easy. And what you think, you know, is what they're presenting you is not always what it is. So I was just like, and those are really bold, like really direct accusations. And I was like, well, we haven't seen anything in his to really prove that right now. I mean, we saw him like go off on this. For me, it felt like brother and sister stuff, but obviously it was like a lot. So you were looking at him kind of sideways because the way that he went off on her was like, okay. But in terms of like the stuff on the signs being true, I wasn't quick to be like, yeah. And I don't think I ever really was, especially as episodes go on. But when to like learn information, obviously we know now that the information we were given was not accurate. But
so at what point did you
even as the episodes went on, I don't think I ever did. Like even as the episodes went on and we were getting like this information that it could be true, I still was like, I don't know, something doesn't feel right. It still feels like any of things. So I think like definitively like, yeah, those accusations are true.
I think the catfish part, I didn't believe that he was catfishing people, like that he had all these girlfriends all over the like country. But I did believe the mistress. I did believe that he was with her. That I believed.
When she first popped up, I was like, God damn it, all that stuff they said was true. Before she like they actually started talking and they started to get to the bottom of what the mistress's story was, I was like, oh no, he actually did. And then it was in that moment, and then also watching how some of those student athletes responded, I was just like, oh, he did that. He did that.
Yes.
I did think he had something with one of the students. I will say that. I thought it was the mistress, and I thought he might have done something with one of the students.
Damn, you know what? I'm just thinking, like, I think I was probably Team Nick the whole time because being an athlete, I was like, it's the friend. The way Matt kept popping up every time something was about to be said, I was like, it's him. He gave me bad vibes. Anyone gave me bad vibes from the first time he set his ass on the screen was Matt. And for me, I don't think I ever was like, yeah, Nick is out here. Like, even like, about the catfishing, I was like, I'm not gonna the like of them like at the hotel. So I was like, oh damn it, he really was out here cheating. But with the whole catfishing thing, I was like, wait a minute, kid, I don't know. This and then anyways too, so I didn't know whether to believe her. Yeah, so it was weird, but for me, I think I was pretty much team Nick, because I don't think I was ever like, yeah, he's out here abusing women. Cheating, maybe just because of the mirrors, but then we found out they cheated too, so I was like, well, y'all both are just out here being foul to each other, so I mean, it is what it is. Of like the catfishing, I feel like that was a lot. It's like, I don't really think that it doesn't really sync up, especially after the end of the Mistress episode. I was like, oh yeah, I don't know about her. She's kind of wilding. So yeah, that was Team Nick all
Facts. I was on the wife's
to my
head.
detriment.
When her, like, is it a Mr.
Yeah.
when it's a man? Her Mr. When he came out, I was on her head. But then as soon as this Mistress came out, I was just like, oh no, okay, well this is what we're doing then. All right, fine. Like, this is how y'all get down. All right, what were because we just we just wanted to hop on here really quick, y'all. What are two things that you like most about this series, and would you suggest that people watch it? Honestly,
you already know my answer to that. Can we say what we didn't like? Are we not giving spoilers? We're not giving spoilers? Is that what it is?
No, you can. You can say what you didn't like. Let's say, all right, one thing that you like, one thing that you didn't like.
One thing that I liked is that I had no idea who it would be in the end. Like, I had no clue. And the thing I didn't like, Nick died. Like, that just, to me, I'm not okay with that. I'm still upset.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna piggyback off of your too.
I have to agree. Me too. Because I'm telling you, it's the way that I really went into a spiral. Like, because when at the beginning, it was like, yeah, still I was coming up with all these conspiracy theories. I was like, I don't think he's really dead. I think it's like a ploy. Like, I think he's, he faked it, and then he's gonna come back at the end and be like, psych, I got y'all. So like, even throughout the whole thing, I was like, I think he's gonna pop up at some point. And then when we get to the end and you find out who did it, and you're like, what? Huh? And then you're trying to get your mind around that, and then you're like, no, this man's really dead. Like, he really died in vain. And I'm so mad about it, because he was actually a good dude who was really like wronged and violated in so many. He really died, and family really has, like, that really happened. I was like, no, this is not okay. So yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like. That's like the main thing. I was like, I really wanted him to be alive, especially when you found out he was innocent. It was just like, oh damn, the man is gone. R.I.P. to that man.
R.I.P. to Nick, because it really felt like he didn't have to die. Like, all signs pointed to we were going through this for a reason, and it was for everybody to learn a lesson and, appreciate each other more, and this is gonna be great. No, not at all. I agree. The thing I disliked the most is that Nick died, and he really didn't have.
I guess that's the.
Go ahead, Nya. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think that's the point, though. No, you're fine. It's lagging a little bit. Point though of the show is like, these internet games really, like, they really are dangerous, and people's real lives get messed with, and like, it's not a game. Like, these internet games are just, it's not a joke, and people really get hurt. People really die because of them. So I think that was the whole point of the show, to be like, people are really out here doing this, and people are really paying the price in a really dangerous way. So it's like trying to learn a lesson, because I think had he had been, like, looking at it, if it was like a happy ending, I don't know if it really would have hit people the same way. But because I felt like he really got put through the ringer. I'm not okay with it. Like, no.
Not at all. Not at all. That's real. Everything that you said, like I'm just thinking about it. And I know the next thing that's like going around right now on Netflix is this thing called Squid Games, but I tapped out. I'm not watching it. I don't know what it is. I don't want to watch it. I'm good. Y'all enjoy and just, let me know how it is.
Child, I don't know.
Heard of it.
Right. Because I don't know. The jury's out on that one too.
I cannot. Well, Nya and Melissa, thank you so much for
hopping internet gameness of it all.
Internet games, internet gangsters. I don't want nothing, no internet G's here, unless it's money. Don't give me no internet G's unless it's money.
Right.
Well, y'all, we definitely have to go, but we just want to hop on here really quick and talk about clickbait. Anything else y'all want to add in reference to? Well, Melissa wants y'all to watch it. Nya, do you think that they should watch it?
I think y'all should watch it. I think you should watch it. Just know that you're going to be triggered, traumatized, bamboozled, confused. You think you're going to know, don't think you're smart watching the show because you're not watching the show anyways. Everyone's, I'm sure, intelligent people, but when you're watching the show, just know that you're going to get it wrong every single time. And it's a setup. It was never meant for you to win. We'll watch it though, really. All of those rave reviews.
What they said. Y'all, we are about to hop into our rewatch. We're currently rewatching The Wire, so we gotta go. But thank y'all so much for joining me on here. Freaking last minute. They probably think I am crazy. I'm like in the DMs like, so we're gonna talk about this? All right, for sure. Thank y'all so much, and I'm gonna see y'all on Zoom.
All right, see you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.